Hi, I'm Rolly Merrill. I do business sales and business development for GTM Payroll and HR. So GTM works with employers to help them pay their employees accurately and on time. That's simply what payroll's been over the years, and then making sure that the payroll taxes are calculated properly and paid on time. But nowadays, the term payroll is really kind of morphed into HCM, Human Capital Management, and that means there's a lot more technology. That's all that title is, just talking about more available technology to help employers find the easiest ways to pay their employees accurately and on time and have the records they need to share with the Department of Labor or the tax agencies. So a lot has changed in the last 10 to 15 years. In the time that I've been working with GTM, we've expanded not only our technology, but our security, cybersecurity and security on our management controls, independent audits of what we do. We want to make sure that we're as secure as any of the big players out there. We're a local company, independent company, but we're not a small company. We can talk about that. GTM is also an HR consulting agency, so we have a slew of consultants who go out there and help businesses be compliant with all the rules and the many changes that happen year to year, month to month in the world for an employer. We help keep them compliant and protect their businesses best that way. GTM really works to serve the customers, right? Our customers are employers. That's who we speak to, who we answer to. Those are the people that we want to help serve. And employers can be a commercial business or a not-for-profit business. GTM's a great community partner in that we support employers to do the right thing. We support not-for-profit organizations because they have employees too, most of them. And we also do certainly some great philanthropy. We offer, all kinds of well, for instance, when we turned 30 years old a couple of years back, we donated $30,000 to local not-for-profits. And that's a big deal for a company our size. And they do on an ongoing basis year to year. So there's always big things going on with GTM supporting the community. Yeah, I think, we get pigeonholed by our large national competitors. There's a lot of people offering to do payroll services, and even in a small community like this, like the Adirondack region. And so sometimes the word will be suggested by some of these big players that, well, that's just a local payroll company. But GTM does business all around the country. We're a company that has over 100 employees. We do businesses, we serve businesses in all 50 states. And so we work with all different size of businesses too. Onesie-twosies, as I like to call them, small businesses, startups, right on up to businesses with thousands of employees in multiple states. We can do that. We serve them with payroll services, HCM, with HR services, and also with insurance. The people who do know this have heard it so many times, but there's a lot of people who don't know it. One of the things about me that gives me a chuckle, 40 years ago, 1984, I was invited by a colleague. I was working in radio at the time. I rode a racehorse on the track at the historic Saratoga race course. Actually, it wasn't a racehorse, it was a quarter horse. I had no business being on that horse. They actually walked us out and put us in the gate. And I actually fell off the horse before the race even started. And we have audio recording of it because somebody from the radio station came out there and recorded it. But after the whole thing was done, I got back up on the horse. Of course, everybody was happy that I did that. I'm just like, I got to get back on. This is my moment. And but when we went to an after party after this event, it was a media race. So it was media people from radio, television, and newspapers around the capital region. So I go to this party and I have dirt all over my shirt from my fall. And who comes up to me other than Mary Lou Whitney. My dear, you're the one who fell, aren't you? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. And I was only a 25-year-old kid at the time, so I didn't know any better. If I'd have known, I would have stuck to her and said, "Oh, my shoulder, help me, Mary Lou." But anyhow, it's just funny whenever the summer season comes up, people start talking about the track. I remember that time that I had no business being on a horse and I fell off. We do have video evidence of it too out there somewhere. So just one of those things, one of those stories. So, well, I don't know if it's excitement so much, but I have a few what I would call obligations that I don't mind to start my day. So my kids are grown and out of the house, but I help my wife get up and get ready for work. She helps me too, but I'm usually the guy up making the coffee. So once in a while she'll do it on the flip side. And we have a dog. The dog's got to get fed and get out too before we all start our day. So that kind of routine just gets me up, gets me going, On the real cold days, the snow is flying, I might be going, why me? But not a lot of that. I usually look forward to most days getting up and going. So the neat thing about GTM is kind of a family atmosphere. It's a family-run business. Our founder and CEO, Guy Madelone, founded the company in 1991 when he came out of school at Siena College, and they run it that way. He has some siblings that are in the business. My director of sales is the brother of Guy Madelone, Michael Madelone. He's a terrific guy. I enjoy working for him. And also his Guy's wife is involved in the business as well. So I just see how they serve their family, and I feel like they do a great job of bringing a family atmosphere to GTM. It amazes me, with 100 employees, how well they know the employees. The Madelones will call out people's names, and then they'll start saying, "How's your daughter or son?" And they're using the kids' names, the offspring's names. Very rarely do people that I see at GTM say hello to me with "Hey, how's Lori doing?" That's my wife. They probably haven't seen her in a couple of years, but they know she's important to me, and it's just the way they kind of tie it all together. So that part of it, the family atmosphere, is really big to me. It makes me feel good about working with GTM. I just hit my 12th anniversary with GTM earlier this month. So when I entered the business, it was a strange world to me. What did I know about payroll? How to sell it, how to implement it, get it up and running for an employer out there that might be a client of mine. And so in the beginning, I'm just like, well, let's see. This is a big learning curve here. But GTM does a good job of training people and supporting the people that work there. And I took advantage of that. And I started saying to my radio friends, "Hey, I've gone legit." So if you give up now, there's no way for you to know what you've missed later. And that's important to me. I think, you have to kind of stick to it, especially in the world of sales. You get a lot of no's, and, it's easy to just get frustrated and give up, but you can push through.